You are watching On Demand. Please do not try to vote or enter any competition or other interactivity in this programme, as it may not count and you may still be charged.
Today on your Loose Women Live, it's Kay Adams, Dame Kelly Holmes, Linda Robson, and Judy Love.
Hello and welcome to your Friday Loose Women. You feeling good, everyone? Ooh, coming up, we're talking unwanted friendships. What's wrong, Judy? You leaving already?
No, I just couldn't fit in the chair.
These are that bit.
Calm down.
I was stuck.
Is it ever acceptable to praise someone out of your life? A few of us have been guilty on this one. Yeah. Fresh from the NTA's Rochelle Humes is here as she reveals why her latest book was inspired by her own children. And he's officially tied the knot, but he's been so busy recently, has he even had time to celebrate? Joe Swash tells us and how he is putting his celebrity MasterChef skills to use by helping families make the most out of their mealtimes. And as always, do let us know what you think. But first, it's the morning after the night before. We did have a great time at the NTA last night.
We did.
We did.
So good.
We
We had
did.
such good fun.
Congratulations to this morning, of course. Absolutely well done. Also, thank you to everyone that voted for us. We really, really do appreciate it. So how are we feeling this morning, girls? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, we had a good night, didn't we? We really had fun as well, didn't we?
Even before we left the car park, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the bus, it was a riot.
Yeah.
It really
But getting
was.
our makeup done and getting dressed up and everything was really
Yeah,
nice. When
yeah.
we all met
Girls'
here
night.
and we all had our makeup and hair done. And
There's Charlene giving it large on the bus.
On the bus.
We hadn't even moved by that stage.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, the carnage before we got there.
But I tell you what, Kelly, as a born winner, I was watching your face when we didn't win because I thought, what's Dame Kelly Holmes going to do when we lose?
You've got no idea.
You weren't
No,
hiding
I'm not
it.
very good at hiding when I'm disappointed. I was like... I was having to go like this and swear a little bit and then come back up and then do the whole hair. I mean, nothing against this morning at all, but just we were, like, really revved up, weren't we? We had so much energy and we're like, the ladies have done so well.
And you always win, don't you?
When I got award last week, award the next week, I wanted the third award. No, but it was such a great time. I mean, I don't like red carpets, I'm not going to lie.
No, but it was quite fun last night,
That's what I'm
actually.
going to say.
Yeah.
Last night with these ladies, it was just like
Yeah.
mayhem, wasn't
I know.
it? We were going everywhere. We wanted our photo. We wanted to be seen. And actually, when we were in the ceremony, when the music's going, who was it that kept calling us out, the compare, because we were up dancing, weren't we? In between all the shots, we were like literally going for it, and they were going, oh, the loose women are up here again.
Well, you've got to live up to your name, haven't you? You've got to live up to your name. 100%.
We ain't got no behaviour.
Everyone else is just sort of standing around chatting. We were like doing that.
We went for it, didn't we?
And we had all the sustainable fashion on. My dress was rented. Was everyone else's?
Mine was
dress?
rented. I had a really nice trouser suit because I've never wore a trouser suit before, and I
you looked the
really
boss.
liked it, didn't I?
No, it
and
was the
I
high
even had
heels.
high heel shoes on for the first time.
Look at you.
I did bring my flatties with me.
Just check, as soon as you got off the red carpet, those living flip-flops came out. Like, literally.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
There they are.
So
There's the
nice.
slippers. But I tell you
Bag
what,
with my shoes in it.
it was great getting dressed up, and thanks so much to all of our team here.
Yeah,
who did a
Gemma,
great job.
Daisy,
But, oh
and
my
makeup.
God, getting your kit off after is great, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, that's...
Judy, come on.
Honestly, do you know what? I'm one of those girls that on the way home in the car, I start taking off the eyelash.
The driver must have been a bit nervous.
Yeah, well, I think the driver kind of was contented.
You didn't have a lot on you, so what did you take off?
I mean, listen, I'm one of those ones. I take off the earrings. I will even take off the girdle, fold it up and put it in my bag.
In the back of the car.
You know what? I'll tell you the truth. This is what happened. The last NTAs that I went to, I asked the driver to pull over, made him pull over. I took that girdle right off and wrapped it up and put it in my bag. I was not... It's uncomfortable. It starts cutting. When you've had it on, every minute you're going... You want to breathe. You just want to relax, or take the heels off. I'll walk to the car, like in the bare feet.
God,
I'm one of those. So when you get home,
me.
there's less to do, and you could just have a shower, jump in the bed, and you're ready.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to a speaking engagement this morning, and I literally turned up in my dress from last night because my bag was left on a bus. So I had nothing this morning. So then I found I had jeans.
So what, you turned up in that?
I nearly turned up in that. Oh, I look quite good.
Not that it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, scrubbed up all right last night. But yeah, so then I'm panicking, thinking, what am I going to wear? I've got a corporate speaking engagement. So I had some jeans, my spiky, rocky shoes, and this cut-off top showing all my tattoos, and my hair's got pieces in, and of course it had so much hairspray on it, it's like flat to my face, bits were out here. So I literally had to rock up this morning like that to a speaking engagement after I managed to get that kit, because my suit was also not with me. And so I sort of tottered in, and there's all these business people sitting down, and I'm tottering up looking like this. I blamed loose women and the NTA. Yeah, I blamed.
Well, you never lost your bag.
Well, no, but no, it was good. It broke the ice.
You would look. We did get your bag in the end, didn't we?
I got the bag and I got the suit as soon as I finished. But no, it was really cool. And I just want to quickly say, I've gone to some of dresses, literally really dressed up like that. Yeah. I've got in a taxi. By the time I got to my station, I'm in my jeans, my hat, my trainers, and the taxi guy goes, "You didn't get in like that." We have skills.
Oh, that was good. Well, I mean, I think we all scrubbed up not too badly, didn't we? But the one thing we all noticed about each other was that whenever it's, "Oh, you look great, you look great," we're like, "No, I don't."
No, you say that. Anytime anyone gives you a compliment, you're like, no. You cannot take a compliment.
You're not any better than me.
Yeah, I am. I'm better than you. Everyone's better than you. When you said to her, "Well done on the dancing," she was like, "Oh."
Well, come on.
You did well. You didn't deserve to go out. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I think... I know. Kate, I was Rob Adams. It's going to be on the tombstone. But women are like that. I mean, they've done all sorts of scientific research on the fact that women tend to be much less comfortable with compliments. I mean, there's got to be some deep psychology in that. I mean, where does that come from, Judy?
Do you know what? I think it's... when it comes to our physicality, we're quite sensitive about it, how we speak about how someone looks, or, that it's quite personal to us, isn't it? And I do think that we've almost been groomed like that, in the sense of what you see from media, TV, from, internet, that if you are that kind of boss lady, I look good, I feel good, it's seen as you're quite vain or vanity, when sometimes it's not that. Yeah. It's about just feeling, empowered by how you look and feeling great. And it's about the intent behind the compliment, because sometimes, people are just saying it because they haven't got anything else to say, or they're trying to start a conversation. You look like you've been dragged. Yeah. And so it's like, "Oh, gosh, you look so nice." You're like, "Oh, please." So it depends on those kind of situations, I think there's so much to individuals about how we're feeling about ourselves.
But if you are feeling good and somebody says, "Oh, you look good," can you just say, "Thank you"?
You know what I've learnt to? Before I used to be like, "Oh my gosh," I used to feel really awkward, and now I will say thank you. If it's someone I know and maybe they say, "Oh, you've lost weight," or you've put on weight in the right place," or, your hair looks different, I'm like, "Oh, thanks, babes." But if it's someone I don't know so well, because it's my physicality is personal to me, I'm a little bit more step back. I'll just be like, "Thank you," and just keep it.
You went straight to the weight thing.
Yeah, because...
Why did you do that?
You know what? That's what happens. We was talking about this, that the first thing sometimes people will say to you as a compliment is, "Oh my gosh, you've lost weight."
And they think that is a compliment,
yeah,
don't they? It's not always a compliment. Give it, I didn't know I needed to.
No.
Yeah, and you think, "Oh my gosh, how big was I?" And then, but for me, when I was younger, when I lost a lot of weight, my dad, he never spoke on my body, and the first thing he said was, "Are you all right? You're sick? What's happened?" Yeah. He was like, "How come you've lost weight?" So I think you just have to be really sensitive and kind of understand that everybody's journey is different when it comes to loving themselves.
Yeah. It's interesting you say, though, that your dad didn't give you that, because I think a lot of our insecurities can be sort of passed down. I don't know if you've seen this campaign that Heidi Klum has been doing. It's a lingerie campaign with her 18-year-old daughter, Lenny. There you can go. And you immediately assume they're never going to have any... body insecurities, because they've got the perfect body. But actually, that's probably not true, because, I mean, I look at you, Kelly, and I think there's no way that you are ever going to have any body insecurities, because look at you.
No, I do. I think everybody does. I think everyone does. You know, you have that image of yourself that when you look, we all are so critical. I think we're just overcritical a lot of the times because our bodies are our bodies and we can change or not change. We can just live in it. But I do think, body image has become a big issue, especially with young people as well. You know, if you get girls, I mean, she looks lovely, she looks beautiful, doesn't she? And it's nice to see a girl confident. But she looks like she's fit and got this nice physique. In sport, it used to be all this kind of thing about women being too muscular in sport, and that looked down. So you're either too big, too skinny, too muscular. There's always a criticism. Yeah. Whereas now you've got role models, especially in sport, where you see really good role models in sport who are healthy, fit, strong. Yeah. And it's become a positive rather than the, what's the word, when they airbrush you on a front of a magazine to look skinny. That's not reality. Which is why when we did our body stories, none of it was airbrush. We were all natural, exactly how we are. But I find it really hard to take a compliment as well, because normally, I mean, I'm getting older now, but someone goes, oh, you look lovely, you look really lovely. Oh, yeah, not bad for 64, am I? I ain't had any work done.
Because there's another negativity, isn't it? That getting older is somehow a negative. You know, that is something that you have to apologise almost for existing beyond 60. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah. Or were you always like that?
Yeah, I think I was really. But my mum gave me a few complexes. She didn't mean to. She's like Irish, old-fashioned and that. And if I put on a bit of weight, she'd go, the salad bar's over there. And then she used to go to me. She went, oh, your face looked lovely on telly today, but your neck. Oh, it's the only one I've got, Mum. Start wearing scarves and that, so I used to wear scarves all the time to cut it up. And then I'll stand in the mirror sometimes, I go like that, and I think, oh, look, it would look so nice, wouldn't it?
We all do that, let's be honest.
But, yeah, no, I find it really hard to take compliments.
Has that changed? I don't think my mum ever said that. She did say to me once, well, let's face it, Kay, you never got a job through your looks. But that was quite... No, it was meant to be a compliment.
Yeah, I think...
Because, you know, mums are like that.
Can say it,
I think it's because you give birth to them, you kind of think they're still a bit of you.
Yeah.
And I do wonder with my own girls, like when the weight thing, oh, I just don't go anywhere near it. I'm so worried about that with my girls because I think whatever I'm going to say here is going to be the wrong thing. Yeah. Like the salad bar comment, I would never say that to my girls. No. But then what would I do if I was worried about one of them?
You know,
should I say something? Should I not say something?
You know, for me, I always, you know, I am a plus size, I'm a curvy girl. And my children are quite, they're not thin, they're, what's it called, athlete. They've got athletic body. They're both of them, they're very, very blessed in that area. And I always find, I say to my kids, you know, eat this, you know, it's about being healthy and so on. And I find that I do actually say that to them a lot because I know what my body's had to go through fluctuating of weight and so on and what I have to carry. And I know the reality is you still have to be healthy no matter what size. Whether I'm going to say, oh, yeah, curvy, you know, body positivity, it's really about the health. So I know, yes, I'm bigger than so-called average. Well, not really. Really, if you think of the average, I'm in the average. But in society, I'd be classed as obese. But then I know that, yeah, I love my curves, but I will go boxing this week. I might not have the further clear because I had 2 already. But, do you know what I mean? I will actually think, oh, you know what? Let me drink, you know, the lower calorie drink for sugar-wise because there's other things. It's not just about the size. It's about things like diabetes. It's about heart conditions and so on. So I am conscious of those things and I will talk to my children about it as well. I hope it doesn't impact them in a way where I'm making them think like, oh, gosh, I mustn't put on any weight. I just want them to make healthier choices.
Yeah, it's a really difficult balance. Right, lots coming up still. We are talking phasing out Friends. It worked for Linda. She's not spoken to me for 3 weeks now. Also today, fresh from the NTAs, Rochelle Humes joins us to fill us in on her latest venture, inspired by her youngest, little Blake. Oh, he's so gorgeous, that child, isn't he cute? And we are catching up with Joe Swash. He's also gorgeous, isn't he cute? Plus, he was recently in Stacey's Bad Books. What has he done this time? We'll see you shortly. Good to see you again. Still to come, Rochelle Humes is going to be here and she's going to be telling us all about renewing her wedding vows to husband Marvin. Oh, they were the most gorgeous photographs. And Joe Swash is here to talk about his brand new cookbook, plus he's revealing why he didn't tell Stacey that he was even writing one. It's competition time now, though, and it's your chance to win an enormous £500,000. Thank you. It's the biggest competition of the year, and Lisa Snowdon has all the details for you.
It's the biggest prize of the year, and it's supersized. £500,000 and more.
Just imagine the life changes you could make if you won. So I've come to beautiful Devon to see where that amount of money could take you.
Have you always dreamed of getting away from it all? Well, check this out.
This beautiful houseboat sits on the River Torridge. It's got 3 bedrooms. It's absolutely huge inside. And just look at the views.
The good news is it's only half your budget, so plenty of cash left to sit back and just enjoy your new lifestyle.
That is the sound of peace and quiet.
Imagine the life £500,000 could bring you.
And don't forget, there is more. If you enter today, you'll also be entered into a separate bonus prize draw and be in with a chance of winning a top-of-the-range motorhome worth £71,000. But you've got to be quick, because lines are closing today at 4 p.m. So that's £500,000 and a special bonus prize up for grabs.
For another chance to win, text cash to 82248. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 782248. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to Motor41, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 4 p.m. on the 4th of November. Make sure you enter before 4 p.m. on Friday the 14th of October for your chance to win the motorhome.
And as Lisa says, don't forget those lines for the motorhome bonus prize draw are closing today. Now, there's lots of ways to end a friendship, but have you ever heard of grey rocking? This is a good one, you'll like this. Not a lot. It's a new trend which involves making yourself as similar as possible to a lifeless grey rock. You're not going to be able to do this, Judy. The idea being that you keep your communication with the person as uninteresting and uneventful. Where did they get this stuff? I mean, seriously. Judy, I think this is a terrible idea. What do you think?
To just fade people out. Look, me...
Do you fade yourself out?
Oh, I'm never going to dim my light.
Exactly.
No, look, if there's an issue or you just don't connect with the person or things are starting to fade out, if you're in my inner circle, you're really close to me, then I will give you the opportunity for us to have a conversation and see what's happening with the relationship, whether it's a partner, a friend, a family member. And in that conversation, you will know, really, you know, but like I think it's Maya Angelou that says, believe when people show you who you are. It's not the Maya Angelou, it's Oprah and Alana Van Zandt. Believe people when they show you who they are. So in that conversation, it will come up what the issue is. And for me personally, if I think it's not feasible, then it's time to keep it moving.
Yeah. And what does that mean? I mean,
that means I would probably say, look, you know, obviously I don't really agree with what happened, it's the way you made me feel, because you can't forget how someone's made you feel. And then I would just, you know, I'll always send them off with love and blessings and just be like, you know, take care. It's sad that situations happen. Love you. If you ever need me for anything, I'm here. And then just, yeah. And then bit by bit, just
I don't think I've ever done that in my life. I just kind of sail on through, and I find that
used to.
People stick that I like and like me, and the people that... I mean, you can meet lots of people in your life, can't you, that actually you really like them, but for some reason they don't stick. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just the way it is. But special, sort of small number of people just stick. I don't think I've ever had to sort of intervene and do anything.
No, I've had a few people in my life. You know, sometimes when you're out and someone goes, oh, give us your phone number and I'll ring you, and I think, I don't really want to see you again, but how can I say, no, you can't have my number? So eventually I'll give them my number and then I'll put them under a certain thing in my phone book, like Chris Pain in the Bum. If Chris Pain
Where's your phone? Let me see it. I want to see my number.
If Chris Pain in the Bum rings, I don't answer. But there's also someone that every time I come off loose swimming, it was like a friend that I haven't seen for a long time, but she used to go, I didn't like your hair on there today, or I didn't like that dress didn't suit you, or you had too much makeup on, or something. And I think at the end of the day, I just blocked her. Yeah. Because I thought, if you haven't got anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all.
Deserve your energy.
Yeah, you're only going to go so far, aren't you? You know, to try and get a relationship back. But, I mean, if that, I would just go, boom, you're
I
absolutely
think
right.
mine's on trust and loyalty. You know, I've really good in a circle of friends that I've had for years, really trust, and even people that come into my life now. Trust, if you don't break that, don't break my loyalty, be with me forever. I could be with someone who could be my friend for years and years and years, but the moment that loyalty is broken, that trust, I'm like, you know me, So why did you do it? Then I can blank it, and then that's it, finished.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And unfortunately, it's an unfortunate thing because you've had that friendship and you don't want to lose it. But at that point, someone's changed, something's changed.
Yeah,
so you can't rekindle that friendship. So I'm finished.
Yeah. And do you show your appreciation to people? There's something else I noticed today, that thank you cards apparently becoming a thing of the past. You know, sort of writing to people. 73% of people no longer send them. And just that act of writing to somebody to show your appreciation of them. Do you do that?
Yeah, I do. I think the art of appreciation's got lost. Because we can say thank you to something post an event, but we don't say thank you during the time that event might be happening, or somebody that we just go, I really appreciate what you've done for me. And, you know, when I get through this, then hopefully we can do something else. I do think that's lost. I write notes to partners, you know, I kind of remind people what I think of them.
Are you one of those post-it note under the pillow, I love you, darling types? Are you? Come on, Kelly. You are. I've seen another side to Dame Kelly Holmes.
No, I write little notes. I like it. You know, I send flowers and say every day's Valentine's Day. You know.
Ooh, I had you down as a killer.
But first, I forget birthdays. Okay. I've got a massive family, 10 nieces and nephews, 3 brothers, 2 sisters. I forget their birthdays. Like, I sit on a WhatsApp group, happy birthday to someone in my family. Oh, happy birthday. It's like on Facebook, isn't it? A Facebook reminder of a friend. That's the only way you say happy birthday, because they closure.
Do you write stuff, Judy?
Do you know what? No, I don't. And thinking about it now, when I think what you guys are saying, the only cards and stuff I've kept is from my mum. You know, and I keep my kids one as well when they send me like my children birthday cards and stuff, and it's making me think. And I think, you know what? It's coming up to my son's birthday. He's going to be 13. I'm going to write him a letter. I'm going to try and write them letters once a year, and I'm going to write a love letter to someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really write letters now. I just text everyone, say thank you, or I read something, say thank you. But I have got one letter that was really important, because when my mum died, we found a letter in her drawer just saying that me and my 2 sisters should stay together and make sure we look after each other forever. So I've kept that one, obviously.
Oh, God, yeah, that must be really special.
Yeah.
Right, still to come, we are joined by the lovely Rochelle Humes, and Joe Swash will be getting loose too, so we'll see you very soon.
King of the ballroom, Anton de Beck, has spun seamlessly from dancer to judge. Brilliant. And is now waltzing his way up the bestsellers list. He joins us to chat through it all and reunite with former dance partner Ruth. Who can forget that paso doble? Anton de Beck, Tuesday from 12:30.
No,
you don't always get it right. He's all right. Welcome back to Friday Loose Women. Joining me today, it's a rather delicate group, I have to say, after last night. It's Linda Robson, Judy Love and Dame Kelly Holmes. Still to come today, Joe Swash is here. He's going to be revealing why he's going head-to-head with Stacey a bit later on. Take your bets, ladies. I know where my money is going.
Yeah.
No, she's a woman of many talents. Presenter, former pop star, businesswoman, agent, author, wife and mum of 3. Is there anything that she cannot do? Please welcome Rochelle Humes.
I'm so excited. I watched this at home with my tea. I'm so excited. I'm here with my water.
Got water.
Well, it's a cup of tea. I had one in the dressing room. So
Good,
it was lovely.
good. Oh, well, it's lovely to have you here, and congratulations last night on the NTAs. That's good. Now, I'm going to say to you, looked absolutely stunning.
Oh, my gosh.
You know that I don't like the compliments. They ask me. So I'm just like, do you know what? It's a really weird thing, and I don't know if it's like being raised here. Is it like a real British thing that you have to go, oh, this old dress, oh no, that was in the South.
Yeah.
And I sort of like squirm out of it. And Marv actually, it annoys him. You know, if you get dressed in, he'll be like, oh, you look lovely tonight, babe. For so long, I was like, oh, no, oh, do I? Oh, no, you're just saying that. What are you after? And do all that whole, well, yeah, I mean, that's probably true.
And that's what I was thinking, I have to say, yeah.
I do that whole thing, but actually now when he gives me a compliment, I just say thanks, because I know that he actually does mean it. But if, you know, if I was to see someone and everybody, you know, last night, oh, you look lovely at the NTAs, and I was just like, oh, it's really unpractical. I've had to, you know, I've asked someone from Gogglebox to unzip me in the toilet, and I was doing that, which also was true. So, yeah, it's a really weird thing, but we need to get better at it. Like, we all sort of got ready last night and made an effort, so we should go, well, thanks, because, it, you know, it took 2 hours. A village came in and got me dressed. Thank you very much.
So when you see photographs of yourself, I mean, I'm thinking of these beautiful photographs from your wedding vow renewal, which were stunning. Can you look at them almost with a bit of distance and think, yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous? Or are you still too close? Do you know what I mean?
I think I look at that and I think it's lovely because of the memory attached to it, and it's not just like me. You know, I think it's harder to look at, you know, oh, look at my babies. That with them, I'll be like, I will take all the compliments because they are just everything.
They are beautiful.
I mean, Blake is a tornado at the minute, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, I think when it's like my family and stuff, you know, we all adore our own, right? So I can take that compliment. But it's just a weird thing about yourself, which is, my friend said to me the other day, stop denying your blessings. And it's true. It is very true.
Well, you are beautiful, so you should take it.
Yeah.
Because you are.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, as you say, you can certainly take it about your children. I think we all can about our nearest and dearest, can't we? But, I mean, your kids are absolutely stunning. But Blake, as you say, a tornado, and did he inspire your book that's come out?
So, actually, the story...
My Little Dragon.
My Little Dragon, yes. The story of the book was inspired, actually, by my middle child, Valley. I kind of have done the same thing as we sort of all do as parents, raised them the same. I didn't change anything. Alea will try everything when it comes to food, always has done. Like, wherever we are, she'll give it a go. And my rule is always, you can tell me you don't like it once you've tried it, just try it, and then we'll know. Valley, that rule book, you know, maybe I was a little bit of a smug parent that thought, oh, no, mine needs everything. Well, she come back to teach me that that's not true. And it was a real sort of labour of love, and it still is. At the minute, I'm kind of living in a place where she's obsessed with anything her older sister does. So if I say, well, Alea loved this when she was your age, that's working at the minute. I don't know how long that little story will live on for. Blake eats everything. He's at nursery, and I've got this little app that they log on his day, like when he had his nappy changed and everything. And it will be like, lunch, Blake, all. And it's now started saying, all plus. And I said to the teacher the other day, what's the plus bit mean? And she said, oh, yeah, he often likes 2 helpings. So he's coming home, I'm doing his dinner, he's at everything at nursery. So, yeah. He's a human dustbin, but I think that you try the same thing, don't you? And they're just all different in their little ways. But, yeah, I wrote this book to sort of bring the magic back into mealtimes for little ones to be encouraged, but I suppose for parents to find it as a helpful
stressful,
tool.
though, isn't it? If they don't eat well. You're desperate trying to make them eat well. I was exactly the same as you. Older one, absolutely anything. Younger one, if it's not beige, she's not into it.
Yeah, and it's like that. It's really hard. And my mum, I think that is another thing that we all put pressure on ourselves, where actually, I remember my mum saying this to me, and it really helped me. She said, Rosh, I've never met, like, an adult that hasn't used the toilet because you didn't potty train them at the right time. They'll all just do it in the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And they're ready for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much different aspects to being a parent, but you're a parent, you're a businesswoman, I mean, you're an author, you're an entrepreneur, presenter, pop star. How do you manage everything? And more importantly, how do you find time for yourself?
Do you know what? Yeah, that's a kind of sort of... I'm still figuring that all out as it goes along. I think time for myself, I've started this thing where I get up before my house does. And before now, I've sort of wanted to, like, max out on as much sleep as possible, and I wouldn't rise until I'd hear Mama on the monitor, you know? But actually, I set my alarm, and I read this book called The 5 a.m. Club, which I really recommend to it, and I set my alarm.
We were just going to bed at 5 a.m.
I know, well, I mean, the NTA, the rule can't apply, Linda, it can't apply. But I actually get up before my house does, and whether that's, like, working out or, like, taking time to scroll on my phone at my leisure, having a cup of tea and no one needing me.
Go to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Being able to wee in peace. So I think that actually has really helped me, and I think I've actually now got into a routine where waking up early is actually really good for me. I mean, I don't know if you played this to me like 10 years ago, I wouldn't recognise the person that's talking, but actually it's just helped me have a bit of me time, and like, yeah, it's good for my mind.
You mentioned your fitness, like you're into fitness. Is that like a real thing? And also Ninja Warrior, because it's just coming back, I think, isn't it?
You need to do Ninja Warrior.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like
she does,
water.
she does,
No, I don't
100%.
like water. So I was going to ask you,
never fall
have
in.
you done it? Because I suppose you can't because insurance. But have you
exactly
done
that.
it? And what's like your fitness regime? Because
Well,
of course you look fit as anything.
I'm just a real fan of Pilates because I'll be honest with you, cardio terrifies me. You know, when you've been to the gym or you meet up with someone that's like, we're going to do this, and I want to cry, and then I can't walk for days after, and I can't get down the stairs or sit on the toilet. I'm like, I will never return again. That's the way to put anybody off. So Pilates, I find that it's a bit more mindful, and I'm not like panting, but it really works.
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior, I had, like, me and Ben Shepherd had two completely different meetings when we started. He was like, I will do it if you let me have a go. And I was like, I will do it if I don't have to do it. But now we're actually not allowed because of insurance. So that's my story, guys, and I am sticking to it.
Yeah, sounds like it. But Kelly, come on.
You have to do it.
I
You
don't
would
like
be...
water. I hate cold water. I
You can't even
baby.
swim.
That's what would make it even more wonderful.
I can swim. I mean, I nearly drowned on a TV show once on Bear Grylls' Mission to Survive. I had to get pucked out by the cameraman and, yeah, one of the people.
This won't be so bad. It's only a
No.
pool.
You can stand in it. You can. Your feet will touch the floor.
But is it cold?
It's freezing.
Yeah, see, I don't do
because
cold
I've done
water.
that, and it's even you know, to touch your fingers is cold, so the whole body would
No.
be.
I suppose the aim is not to go in the water,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah,
So
there's
I
no
could go
way.
for that bit.
There's no way you'd fall in.
Do you know what? I've learned a lot about you today, Kelly. You're a bit of an old romantic, number one, and you're a bit of a woos.
It's like I wouldn't... Everyone keeps saying, we go and I'm a celebrity. I'm like, I scream at everything,
Yeah.
like rats, snakes, whatever.
Don't say
I
this,
don't
they're going
like
to sling you
water.
up.
Don't bother.
No, I don't like
why
water,
she's so
and I
fast.
would be sick at everything comes out. Like, I am TV gold. Because I was like, literally...
You've set yourself up.
I think
You've set yourself up.
Absolutely. Rochelle, listen, thanks so much. It's been so lovely to have you
I
here.
love it here. It's just fun,
Good.
isn't
Well, you're
it?
always
Yeah.
welcome. My
Thanks,
Little
ladies.
Dragon is the book. After the break, we'll be back to talk babies, weddings and cooking with the kids. And with one of our favourite loose men, it's Joe Swash. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Loose Women. In just a moment, the one and only Joe Swash is here. But first, it's competition time once again. It's your chance to win £500,000 in cash. Here's Lisa Snowdon with all the details.
£500,000. It's our biggest prize of the year, and it's supersized. Make sure you keep watching for details of our bonus prize.
Now, so many people dream of trading in their lives for a new one in the countryside. So I've come to find out what £500,000 will get you.
Have you always dreamed of a picture-perfect thatched cottage in a village? Well, take a look at these. Set in half an acre of land, this cottage is 300 years old.
And this one comes with a thriving business. Cup of tea, anyone? Or if you really feel like pushing the boat out, how about an actual boat? This one comes in at £250,000, half the budget, which means you'll have loads of spare cash to sit back and enjoy the view.
But don't forget, if you enter today, you will also be in with a chance of winning a bonus prize, a brand new motorhome worth more than £71,000. But those lines are closing at 4 p.m, so don't delay. For another chance to win, text cash to 82248. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 782248. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to Motor41, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 4 p.m. on the 4th of November. Make sure you enter before 4 p.m. on Friday the 14th of October for your chance to win the motorhome.
Yeah, don't forget, those lines for the motorhome bonus prize draw are closing today. Now, with little Rex, Stacey's boy Zach and Leighton, his teenage son Harry, and, of course, gorgeous baby Rose, finding time to do anything must be really tricky for today's guest, let alone beginning to think about meal planning. So he is putting his celebrity MasterChef skills to good use in his brand new cookbook. I have it here, Joe's Kitchen. Here to tell us more, it's Joe Swash.
See you. Hello, Liam. You all
Can I just say, Joe, you're looking very smart today.
What?
It's a compliment.
Oh, thanks,
Can you
Liz.
take a compliment?
I just chucked a T-shirt on. I thought you were saying I should have dressed up a little bit.
No, I was just saying you look
Thanks,
very
Liz.
smart.
I like your dress as well. The blue
thank
really
you very
suits you.
much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
brings
you.
out your lovely blue
Not bad
eyes.
for 64, right?
Very good, mate. I hope Stacey's in that good nick when she's 64.
So you're a bit of a winner, aren't you? You've won quite a few things. You won Dancing on Ice, you won MasterChef, you won The Jungle.
Yeah.
You beat her.
You know what it is, right? We're so lucky in this game that we get to try different things and things that we're not particularly good at. So I just like giving things a go, you know. And I know the kids are watching, so it's nice to set a good example.
Yeah, most definitely. Sorry,
Oh, no, I was going to say, by that then, because if you're a winner, you like really competitive with your family, including a certain wife.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to be honest, right? Stacey's a lot more competitive than me.
Yeah.
But we do, like, even things like loading the dishwasher, you know, it becomes like a little race. Who's going to get all the dishes in there first?
Yeah.
But no, it's a healthy competitiveness, you know?
You both got a book out, though, so, like, come on. Like, you've both got a book out at the moment.
We've both got a book out at the moment. Luckily, we're in different categories, so we're not up
You
against
didn't
each
tell
other.
Stacey we're writing a book, did you?
Well, I sort of said, yeah, we're going to do this cookbook sort of thing. And then, before we knew it, we didn't realise that both our books were coming out at similar times.
Oh, no,
So,
big competition there, then.
Well, it's not the competition, it's the fact that we've got to get out and do a bit of publicity for the book. And getting away from the kids is hard enough. So, Stacey done hers last week, I'm doing mine this week.
So, listen, we haven't had a chance to see you since the wedding.
I know, yeah.
How was it?
It was so nice. It was the most beautiful day.
He cried all day.
I did.
He got really emotional, didn't you?
Yeah, I really struggled with my emotions on that day. I didn't think I would. I always said when people get married, why are they crying, you know? They've already said yes, it's just like...
What was it for you that made you feel so emotional?
You know what? I just felt so lucky, you know, that day, you know. I was marrying the most amazing woman. We've got the most amazing family. And I sort of look back and think, you know, it's been a journey and, you know, I'm so lucky to be where I am now. And, yeah, I just felt so blessed on the day.
It was the most beautiful day as well, weren't it? It really, really was, honestly.
Really.
And what did your mum look like?
Oh, my mum looked amazing.
She looked amazing, didn't she?
She looked $1 million,
yeah, she
my mum,
did.
yeah.
She really did.
Yeah, no, so it was the most beautiful day and we sat there and we was having our dinner and I sort of said to Stace, look, there was only like 80 people there.
Yeah.
But it was everyone there, you know, that we loved and that have helped us mould us to who we are today. And it was just nice that it was such a nice, intimate wedding.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was lovely. We had wedding blues afterwards for about 3 days. We sat around really depressed, like, what are we going to do now?
You have a honeymoon after, obviously, you got the babies and everything else.
Well, we sort of stayed at home. You know, we had the builders in for quite a long time, so it was nice to have the builders out of the house and just us and the kids for, like, a few weeks.
But, I mean, family's just so big for you, isn't it? And even going back to the book, a lot of it's inspired by your dad, isn't it?
Yeah, it means so much to me. I mean, growing up with my dad, you knew my dad, Ricky.
Yeah, I did.
You know,
and we lived opposite. Joe and that in Moorland.
And my mum still lives next door to Linda's sister as well.
Yeah,
so we used to go on holidays together. So, you know, when we were growing up, it was such a big thing having my dad, my mum, my sisters, and dinner time was always full of laughter. And then we lost my dad, and we sort of lost that connection.
And you were only really young as well, weren't you?
I was only young. Like, I was 11, and my sisters were younger. So I feel like I've just wanted to crave giving that to my family, the security and
you sort of
the
took
love.
over what your dad was doing, didn't you, really? Looking after the family and that.
Yeah, like my mum's...
and your sisters.
My mum's amazing and she works so hard. But I was of the age where I sort of felt a slight responsibility. So I feel like I might have grown up a little bit quicker than I should have.
Yeah.
But, just wanting to give that back to my family and my kids. So, like, when they grow up, they look back and they remember us cooking and laughing and... Yeah, so it's just sort of trying to give back to my kids.
Have you always cooked, though? Are you a chef by heart? Like, why did you decide to do a cookbook? Is that something...
So I've always cooked for my kids. You know, it's something I sort of find quite therapeutic. I sort of can shut the door, let Stacey have the kids, and I'll do a bit of cooking.
Escape.
Escape from the kids.
A little while.
Yeah.
Can you help me? I'm cooking.
Yeah, Stacey's watching this now, so she knows why I'm cooking all the time.
You're a messy cook.
Oh, Linda, honestly, it's like chalk and cheese. So, like, I'm in the kitchen cooking and I can feel Stacey looking at me because the kitchen's in, like, perfect order. And, yeah, it looks like a bomb's gone off. So, yeah, I'm learning slowly but surely to tidy up after myself.
But she's the baker, isn't she, Stacey? I mean, I saw that cake that she made for Rose's first birthday. My goodness, that was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was amazing. She's a very good bake, Stace. We took that cake to Euro Disney with us, right? Honestly.
Good effort, good effort.
The cake made it on the Eurostar. It was under the double buggy, right? For like 2.5 days.
Oh, I love you guys.
By the time we got the cake out, it looked slightly battered. But it did look amazing.
Did it taste nice?
It tasted fantastic.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Was it lovely?
Yeah.
What's your, like, oh, is that the cake? Oh, look at you two. What
Yeah.
is your, like, favourite kind of food to cook? Because obviously your book, you know, it's about family, and sometimes you're busy and you get home and you got to look through the cupboard and see what's there. What's your favourite kind of savoury?
What? I love a Sunday. I love having my family over and doing a massive Sunday roast. I say, right, hands down, I do the best roast potatoes you'll ever taste. If there's any chefs out there...
Nadia would like that. Nadia would like that.
Why do you do it? Exactly. Why
Do you use goose fat?
No. Well, sometimes I mix it up. Sometimes,
yeah.
but it's all about the crunch and then like the fluffy potato.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
a lot of my cooking I learnt from Nadia. She was when I was doing MasterChef and stuff.
Yeah.
She was a constant support on the phone, helping me.
Oh, she loves doing that, doesn't she?
she's
She loves
amazing.
coaching people through cooking. I mean, she just loves it so much.
Well, your hand Sunday, yeah?
Yeah, round one Sunday. So my roast.
Little Rose just won.
Yeah.
And what's she up to?
So Rosie's walking now.
Is she?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, honestly, because she's so small. So she just turned 1. We went to Euro Disney.
Yeah.
I took the girls to Euro Disney because, you know, Stacey loves
You'd been
Euro
away
Disney.
as well, weren't you, for a little while?
We've been away for a little while, Lynn,
You're not allowed to say where you was or
No,
what you
I knew you'd get there eventually, Lynn.
We'll change the subject.
Don't tell Linda any secrets.
So, yeah,
No.
I had to go away for work, Lynn.
I know you did.
So when I left, Rose was a little baby. Rose was like crawling around and not making very much noise. And then when I got back from my holiday, Lynn, she was walking around. She was walking around and talking.
Just to finish off, what did you lose in my ass?
What did I lose in your ass?
No, Linda.
Change the subject.
Yeah, I think we've guessed that one. Yeah. So Rose is walking. Yeah.
I've become a man in Linda's house.
Yeah, I think we know.
Yeah.
I think we've all got it.
I did try it, but she weren't having it.
We've worked it out, Linda. It's fine. We've worked it out. We've worked it out.
Wow.
Anyway, so,
Spring round.
Wow. I mean, that went from 0 to 100 in a minute.
I was having a nice baby chat and then Linda goes everything. Listen, we are out of time. Joe's Kitchen is the new book. Joe, it's always lovely to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Next week, Bridgerton's Adjoa Ando, Strictly's Anton DeBeck, Hollywood icon Gina Davis and our very own Alison Hammond. Have a lovely weekend.